first chapter of learning and development. Once a very successful businessman was asked, "Have you ever made any mistakes in your business?" Humbly he said, "Yes, I did. Like every other businessman, even we made mistakes. Once my employee lost 8 lakh rupees just by pressing a single wrong button. In a fraction of seconds, we lost 8 lakh rupees." Reporter then asked, "Did you fire that employee?" He said, "No. Why will I fire him? I've spent 8 lakhs on his training and development." This amazed the reporter, and honestly, even I was surprised. At that moment, I realized firing anyone is not a solution to any problem. You need an effective learning and development program if you want optimum utilization of your employees and make maximum profit. And this is what we are going to study in this session, the importance of learning and development. Let's begin. Our second chapter, types of training program. What are different types of training program that can be incorporated in learning and development process? Ideally, there are two types of training and development programs: on-the-job training, off-the-job training. On-the-job training is actually provided to the employee when the employee is working with the organization, when he or she is actually working in the organization. So what are different types of on-job training is what we'll be discussing now. The first type is job rotation. In job rotation, employees are put on different jobs, of course turn by turn, so that they learn skills and expertise of different jobs of various departments. The biggest advantage of this is employees becomes multi-talented. They learn different jobs of various departments, so as and when required, they can immediately fill the vacant positions. However, the disadvantage is jack of all, master of none. Let's begin our third chapter. What are the barriers to effective learning and development programs and how to overcome those barriers? So, in the earlier chapter, we have discussed how to make training effective and what are different types of training. But however, these training process can be hampered through certain barriers or obstacles. What are those obstacles is what we'll be discussing now. The first obstacle, lack of management. Everything flows from top to bottom, that is from top management to lower level. If management lacks willingness, implementation or even designing of effective training and development program becomes a big challenge. If the organization lacks learning culture, there has to be a positive learning environment within the organization where everyone is encouraged to learn something new. Begin with the fourth chapter, benefits or advantages of conducting an effective learning and development programs. Before I start, I'll ask you a simple question. There are two employees, employee A and employee B. Employee A has continuously upgraded himself with the changing business and organizational scenarios, learn, unlearn and relearn. Whereas employee B has only the knowledge that he has acquired during his formal education. He doesn't want to change, doesn't want to upgrade himself, nor he wants any learning process. He feels he is competent enough to perform his jobs. Now, let's look at the advantages of conducting a effective learning and development program. The first point, I'll ask you a simple question. Whose efficiency and productivity do you think will be better? Employee A or B? let's begin with our fifth chapter. Here, I'll try to explain the difference between learning, training, development and education. Although learning, training, development are interrelated and interdependent concepts, they are not the same. There is a big difference between all three of them. Now, what's the difference? The first, learning. Learning basically refers to acquisition of knowledge, skills, competencies through education, reading, teaching, etc. In fact, training, development and education are part of learning. Training is often referred to acquisition of knowledge, skills, competencies and attitude that are required to perform certain job or task. It is basically acquisition or acquiring work-related knowledge and skills. Development is a more broadening and deepening concept. Here I'll be discussing what is 70-20-10 model, what are jobs available in learning and development and what is e-learning. So first 70-20-10 model. This is one of the most common methods if any organization wants to adapt or wants to frame learning and development strategy. Although it is not a thumb rule or a set standard, but a generally accepted model which many organizations try to adapt and incorporate in their learning process. What is 70-20-10 principle? Simple. 70-20-10 principle emphasizes that 70% of the learning is work-based learning. That is, it happens only when the employee or the learner is actually performing the task within the organization. Learning through experience and expertise.